working on the silage wagon for our semi, so we fixed the wood down there. So that white plastic over there, that's where the wood used to be, and we use like a PVC like wood, kind of, that's what they call it, instead of like a wood, because we're hoping that this would maybe not splinter and crack like the old stuff. This is the old stuff that was in here. It all like splintered and cracked like this. So we're hoping that this stuff might be a little bit nicer for that, and it won't break and stuff, and it's a little cheaper. So what we decided would be the best is, instead of trying to take chunks of that chain, then chunks of this chain, and like put them together, we're just gonna replace the whole chain. So we're working on Duke's in the skid loader. He's working on pulling out this part from the bottom, and then we're gonna toss that chain, the new chain, up here, and we're gonna connect it down there, so that way we'll pull the new chain out that way. And then when we get this all pulled out this way in the bottom, the new chain will come out, and it'll be like we'll connect it like right in here. So we're gonna work on probably getting this up there next, so they connect in the old chain and the new chain, so it's one continuous thing. So once all the old chain's out, all the new chains should be pretty close together, so we can connect it right away. Since we're missing half the chain on the one side and our ball of fun over here of the old chain, we used the twine and we fed it through underneath, so that way we have a way to pull the other side of the chain. So we're gonna work on pulling it out here with the actual chain, and then some baler twine here. So we got this set of chain connected here. So this is old chain here, this is new chain. We just used the bolt for now to keep it connected together. There's 3 sets of chains. So we got the first one up here, this is the shortest one. Then we got the second one right there, that's the longest one. We have one more outside, so we're gonna pull this one kind of down here, and then we'll connect that one again, so that way we can keep working on spinning this around. Well, if you ever wondered what the inside of a chopper wagon look like, this is what it looks like. The only thing that is kind of annoying is that the part of that's in the sun is like really bright, so it kind of hurts your eyes when you're in here like this. But otherwise, yeah, this is what it's like. So they're gonna work on pulling this here, so that way we can continue what we're doing here. You know, also could be fun for us, since this is like supposed to be somewhat slippery, so the chain slides on it real nice. So you park the semi on a hill, and then you get like a garden hose or two, and you throw it over the side, and you put soap down here, and you just make it into a nice slip and slide all the way out. Get some bales of hay, and then you can like use like what we used to always do as kids. We used to use like our old bunker plastic, and then you get bunker plastic, and you slide the rest of the way out. So we got all the connector links connected on this chain, so the new chain's all connected. So in theory, all we really have to do is tighten up the aprons, because we loosened it all the way up, so that way we won't have to struggle getting it connected quite as much. So we'll tighten it up, and then in theory, this should be ready to go again. So trying to just give an update on what we're working on the last couple days. So yesterday was the day that we worked on putting the chain back in the semi-trailer. So today what we worked on is I worked on hauling out of the pit for a while, and then we had one other person that came out and helped us haul it. And Dad and another person that's been helping us out for the last couple of days came out, and they worked on wiring up some of the stuff for our semi-tanker trailer. We bought one last year that was basically just had a tanker and then needed a lot of work done to it. So basically today they worked on getting the electrical done, so that way we have brake lights and blinkers and stuff. And then tomorrow they're gonna working on getting the valve that stops the manure from flowing in and out. We gotta put that in, and we have to weld on the pipe that actually goes from the tank itself all the way out to our splash pan, which basically is what spreads all this stuff out. So right now we unhooked the mower tractor, because that's the tractor I was using, and we're out cutting some marsh for neighbor of ours for them. So that Dad's gonna cut a little bit here tonight. As you can see here, he doesn't really want to go venturing off too much in the dark, because there might be a few wet spots. And then he's gonna come back tomorrow, and he's gonna finish cutting the marsh, and then we're gonna hook that tractor back up to the tanker. And then me and the same person that was hauling today, we're gonna haul again tomorrow, so that way hopefully we're good till 4th crop, or for at least a while, with room for the pit. This was the tanker I was talking about yesterday. So today Dad and one of the guys that's been helping us out is gonna work on getting all the valves. So this is like the thing that's gonna eventually, when the manure comes out of the tanker, it's gonna come out, and that's what's gonna spread it out. But that's a 12-inch right there, and this is 6-inch. So what we're gonna have to do is make a bigger hole, and then we're gonna have to do piping that comes out, and then there's gonna be a valve in the middle, and then we got to build like a little frame to hold the valve, because the valve's pretty big. Otherwise, I'll go show you quick. This is the valve for the tanker. As you can tell, it takes up most of the bed here, so that's pretty heavy. So that's why we're just gonna build up a little A-frame to hold it in, so that way we don't break it off or something. But anyways, like we said, I said yesterday, we got the lights all working, so these ones work, and the 2 red ones work, and then we're just working on trying to get the backup lights working. But we have our side lights, the yellow one down there, and then there's yellow one in the front, all working. So yeah, we're gonna keep working on this, and then I think we're gonna get the mower tractor unhooked here in a little bit once we're done cutting the hay for the other guy that we're cutting hay for, and then we'll get at least 2 tankers going, and then maybe we'll run with this. I doubt it that we'll get this all done today, but we'll see. So we're out here in this field out here that got drowned out earlier this spring, and then summer. I guess thankfully it's been raining so much it's been a spring and summer thing. We're out here the second day in a row. This mark got here. It rained for like 3 seconds yesterday, and then it got like this smear mark from running the windshield wipers once. But we're out here for the second day in a row hauling here. We got quite a bit of this part of the field done. There's quite a bit down here yet that has to get covered, but we got a lot of this part done here covered so far. But otherwise, I'd say we probably got about 3/4 of this field covered. The stuff that's actually dry, there's still quite a bit of water over here, and there's a lot of water over in that field over here, but we got most of this field covered. So the end goal with this field is that we're gonna, once we get all the stuff covered on it, because we've got, probably end up just calling it good now after the last 2 days, because we dropped the pit like good 3 feet in the last like 2 days, so that should be plenty to get us till 4th crop where we can haul some more again. And we're not gonna plant this whole field, but what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna work this field to work in the manure and kind of knock down some of the weeds there in the middle of this field that you saw when I was showing you the field itself. Once we're done working this field, we're gonna put some heifer feed out here, like a sorghum. There's no like sedan grass, because so many people have cornfields that are like been drowned out, so they planted a bunch of sedan grass, which is what you probably normally plant. But so we had to probably gonna have to get a mix of like some sorghum and sedan grass. That's like not a full sedan grass thing. So we'll probably end up planting that in most of this field, so that way we have a little something that we can feed the heifers, since we're not gonna be able to get the one mulch that we normally do like 2 or 3 times a year. We're working on getting our valve and then the splash pan here mounted in here. So right now we just got it kind of blocked up in here, and we're gonna have to make like a little frame to help hold this in, so that way, otherwise the only thing that would really be holding this all up is the welds that are actually welding our pipe into the actual tanker. So we're gonna you gotta make a little bracket here, so that way we got some extra strength to this. So we're gonna work on cutting the stuff out for this. What we want to do is use square tubing to come up from here and go all the way up, and then we're gonna take 2 of these bolts out. We're gonna bolt it to the top of that, and we'll get another square tubing to come down here. We're gonna hope that's enough strength, and we're gonna use this, and it'll sit on this angle iron too. So we're gonna work on that. We got our frame somewhat built now, so the only thing we gotta do is just weld this down here, so that this is all gonna be welded tight. The same on the other side, and then next thing we're gonna work on is starting to weld around our pipes, so that way it's welded tight to the actual tanker. So we're gonna keep working on this for a little while and get the rest of this done. While Dad works on welding together that stuff for the tanker, I'm planting some stuff out here in the field that we were hauling manure on a couple days ago. We're planting like a mixture of the stand sorghum grass that we kind of had for planting some other stuff, and then we had some leftover oats that we're using here. So we're gonna try and plant roughly 30 acres. So I got 3.6 plants so far. So we're gonna kind of see. We're not exactly sure how far this is gonna get us, because we don't have the grain drill all the way full. So we'll kind of just see how far this gets us, and then we might have to get some rye out that we haven't grabbed related. So as you can see, I'm back here checking where we're at with seeds. So the outside ones were a little bit lighter with seeds, so we'll have to move some out here and get some over to that one too, out of the middle one. But otherwise, we're getting pretty close to being kind of where we want. We want to make sure we can, there's a driveway like right here, so we want to make sure that we can still get in here and haul out here, because I'm not planning all the way down the other the tree line, so we got room to haul over there, but this water's slowly going down because it's slowly down for like the last 3 months because at one point all this was underwater. So just gonna have enough room where we can haul, and then we'll finish up